It's tempting to turn the medicine we have within into revenge, to make them suffer the way they made us suffer. The best thing that you can do with the medicine you have within when somebody chooses to hurt you is to keep that medicine as it is. I'm no longer changing what I have within to suit their story. Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Beyond Words with me, Najwa Zebian. I've always been a firm believer in the power of words to heal what they didn't break and to break what they had no right in breaking. Today's episode came to me this morning. I felt this pull to talk about it. I don't know which direction it's gonna go, but I know it's gonna be a beautiful one because when I have something that's not planned, it usually turns out to be amazing. And I know you'll find that. The topic for today's episode is how to be your own medicine. How many of us wait for the person who broke us to bring us the medicine that will heal what they broke? How many of us just sit there and wait until we get the acknowledgement we never got, until we get the validation we never got? It's like we're waiting for the person who hurt us to come and say, I did hurt you. There you go. You have permission now to go and heal and do what you need to do to get better. When you give someone the power to heal you the same way that you gave them the power to break you, you're in a very dangerous territory, because the source that you're looking to get your medicine from has already shown you that it's a source of pain, it's a source of hurt, it's a source of betrayal, it's a source of lies, it's a source of taking advantage of your vulnerabilities, it's a source of manipulation. Why would you expect medicine from the same source that caused the disease that you have? Listen to that again. Why would you expect the medicine from the person who gave you something to heal from in the first place? The reason you're not coming to yourself for the medicine is because you think that what you're going to get from them, whether it's closure, whether it's the reason why they hurt you, whether it's their guilt, whether it's seeing them suffer in some way, you think that is a more powerful medicine for your healing than your own medicine. And it's not because something's wrong with you. It's because you've been trained your entire life to derive everything that you get, that you feed yourself with, from the outside. You've learned that what you create from within is only for the purpose of being given to others, but never back to yourself. You give love easily. You give honesty easily. You give a Band-Aid easily, not literally, but figuratively. You give empathy easily. You give compassion easily. You give being there for someone easily. But when it comes to yourself, you say, why is nobody doing that for me? And I get you. You do deserve to have people in your life who are there for you. You do deserve to have people who will prioritize you and give you love and give you empathy and give you the Band-Aids that you need on your soul when you need them. You do deserve that. But when you create those things for others, you have to remember that you are entitled to them first. You are entitled to your own goodness and love and compassion and patience and understanding before anyone else around you. But what you do instead is, if you had a list of all the people that you prioritize in your life, you can list every single person that you care about, and you usually come at the end of that list, if you're on that list in the first place. instead of saying, I am at the top of my priority list. And it doesn't make me selfish to reserve part of everything that I have to offer for myself. It doesn't make me a person who only thinks of themselves. It doesn't make me a person who is mean or rude or stingy. It makes me somebody who knows who I am. It makes me someone who knows my worth. Why would you ever beg somebody else for your medicine when you already have it within? It's like you're a beggar on the street for something that you have readily available within you. And if somebody were to come to you while you're begging for that medicine and say, I need some medicine from you, you would take it out of yourself and give it to them. But you think you can't give it to yourself. You think it's not going to heal you. But if your own medicine has the power to heal someone outside of you, what makes you think it doesn't have the power to heal you? You are the source of it. It's going to give you more comfort than it could ever give anybody else, because you're the one who created it. Can you imagine the power of empathy that you could easily give to somebody else when you give it to yourself? It's giving me goosebumps. You know why? Because when you finally take a moment and decide, I'm going to give myself the things that I so easily and readily give to everybody else, it's so strange that it makes you emotional. Because it reminds you that all along, all those years, you had the power to choose to give yourself all the things you created, but you left yourself as a beggar on the street for other people's medicine, for other people's consideration, for other people's validation, for other people's just thinking of you as part of the equation. And you had the power to do that for yourself within the comfort of your own home that you've built within. But you said, no, I'm going to sit out there in the cold with no resources whatsoever while I'm starving, just waiting for crumbs of other people's, whatever they have left over. After they've taken care of themselves and they've taken care of everybody else in their life, I'm just going to wait for whatever they have left over. You do not deserve anyone's leftovers. You don't deserve anyone's leftovers of love. You don't deserve anyone's leftovers of seeing you as a human being. You don't deserve anyone's leftovers of consideration. You don't deserve anyone's leftovers of energy or patience. You deserve a whole meal that fills you up. And the sad thing is, you create whole meals for other people, and actually you overgive. You overfeed. You overlove. You overcare. You over-empathize. You over make excuses for people. Not because you're dumb, but because you're trying to be understanding. You go above and beyond for everybody else in your life, but for yourself, you can't even jump over a little cord. Not because you don't think you deserve it, but because you've been trained to believe that you are only okay and enough when you deplete yourself enough for other people to feel whole. And you don't mind if you're left on empty. Let me make sure everyone around me is full and taken care of and feeling whole and complete. But when it comes to yourself, you say, I'm okay running on low all the time. But you know what that looks like in real life? Because now we're talking metaphorically. It looks like you living in survival mode. It looks like you only worrying about staying alive. It looks like you only worrying about your safety. And if you've read my book, The Only Constant, I talk about 2 types of safety. There's a type of safety that's, I just want to make sure that nobody hurts me. And so you protect yourself by staying small. You protect yourself by not raising your voice. You protect yourself by not talking about your needs, your wants, your expectations. You mold yourself into whatever would fit into the environment that you want to fit into because you think you can't survive outside of it. It's a protective safety. It's one that keeps you very small, but you know you're staying alive, so you're safe. And the other kind of safety is the one where you feel like your wholeness is welcomed and safe. Like you can grow and evolve and you can take risks and make mistakes and you can express your needs and it's not going to be used against you and it's not going to be used to belittle you or humiliate you. It's the kind of safety that's expansive, that feels like I'm okay being who I am. I'm not afraid of being who I am. It's the kind of safety that embraces all of you. Whereas the other safety makes all of you shrink and it makes you want to be small. So if you're watching this on YouTube, I want you to notice my body language. And I want you to try feeling the difference between going all small and crumbled into yourself versus expanding, feeling like you can stretch your arms, you can stretch your light into the world around you. And you're very right to think, but if I let them see the core of who I am, if I let them see my light, if I let them if I let them in on my wants and my needs and my dreams, then they might take advantage of me, or they might look down upon me, or they might think things like, oh, she's so full of herself and she's this and she's that. And you're right, that will happen. But that fear is serving a purpose for you. The fear that they're going to see you that way is trying to protect you from the pain of growth. And it's not that you logically don't want to grow. It's that you're scared of what the growth will mean. You're scared that it might mean that you're going to have to live without people who you thought you could never live without. You're scared that it might mean that you're going to have to live in ways that you never thought you could live in before. You're afraid that some of the old beliefs that you had, that you thought you absolutely had to have to be who you are, to be enough, to be okay, are going to have to be dismantled, and you're going to be living through new beliefs that you used to look at other people who had those beliefs and say, they're in the wrong. You're afraid of change. It's totally valid. Change is scary. It is. So sit with that. Like, validate that for yourself. The fear of change and the fear of people around you changing and the people around you changing is very, very scary. It's real, and it's trying to tell you, stop yourself from moving in that direction, because we're going to be living in a way and with people and with beliefs and with an identity that we have no idea how to survive in that identity. We have no idea how to survive without those people or with new people. We have no idea how to survive without the old beliefs or with the new beliefs. So stop. And it's your job in that moment to speak to that fear and tell it, you can trust me. I see you. I understand. This is like a practical example of how you can give yourself the understanding and the comfort and the empathy that you so easily give to other people. When you sit with that fear and you say, I see you. Like, I know why you're scared. How do you sit with that fear? It's not complicated. You sit by yourself in silence and you close your eyes and you imagine that fear. What does it look like? What does it sound like? What is it trying to tell you? You sit with it, you talk to it, you ask it what it wants to tell you, what it wants to teach you. And you speak back to it. That's how you take away the power of any emotion over you. You take away the power from it being the one that drives the wheel of the car of your life. You remind it you're in the driver's seat. It's in the passenger seat. It's in the back seat. You are the one who's in the driver's seat. You are the one who's steering your direction. You are the one who's deciding, where am I headed in my life? You are the one who gets to make the final decision. You are the one who gets to sign that contract. You are the one who has the final say, not your fears, not your worries, not your emotions, not your critics, not the people who want to humble you, not the people who constantly criticize you, not the people who want to break you. This is how you can be your own medicine, is by being there for yourself, is by witnessing your journey. We always say, I want someone in my life who notices me, who notices the little things about me, who notices what bothers me, who notices the things that hurt me, who just pays attention. Newsflash, you have that person. That's you. And I know it sounds cheesy, but it's not cheesy. What a beautiful thing it is to realize that you truly are the person you've been waiting for. You truly are the medicine you've been seeking in other people. You truly are the witness that you've been looking for in other people. And let me tell you something. When you start treating yourself like an important person in your life, the universe around you, the people around you, the energy around you shifts to one that prioritizes you as well. When you start treating yourself like a VIP in your own life, when you start thinking of the things that would make you happy and you do them for yourself, when you start thinking of the things that will help you heal and you do them for yourself, when you think of the things that will help you feel considered and you do them for yourself, when you think of the things that will help you have that inner peace and you do them for yourself, when you think of the things that will help you feel seen and heard and fulfilled and you do them for yourself, you're no longer a beggar for people's love and attention and healing and medicine and empathy and please understand me and please consider me, because you've met those needs for yourself. And I'm very cautious with every kind of content that I make that's on this topic to say, I am not saying that you don't need people. You do. I am not saying that you are okay on your own for the rest of your life. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is when you change the way that you treat yourself, the people who will gravitate towards you will be the right people for you. If you navigate the world as a person who's constantly giving and giving and giving of yourself, thinking that all of that giving will give you value and will give you worth and will make you seen as worthy by others to be loved and taken care of, you're going to attract people who are takers. You're going to attract people who are looking to take advantage. You're going to attract people who are looking to manipulate you. And when you navigate the world as a whole person who gives yourself all the things that you need, then you're not going to others for the bare minimum, because you've shown yourself that you deserve the whole feast. You've shown yourself that you deserve whole love. You've shown yourself that you deserve consideration. You've shown yourself that you deserve to notice the things about you. You've shown yourself that you deserve your own time. You've shown yourself that it's not selfish to spend time and energy on the things that mean something to you. So you're not waiting for others to give you permission. You're not waiting for others to spare you some change of their love and consideration and just treating you as a human being. You have your own emotional bank account that you can withdraw from anytime you need, that you can take some downtime when you need, that you can take some celebration when you need, that you can take some self-forgiveness when you need, that you can take some grace when you need. And you can deposit into it so that you can keep yourself as a self-fulfilling person. And when you have all of that, what need do you have for somebody's spare pocket change? What need do you have for somebody's bare minimum that most times they can't even give you the bare minimum? You become your own medicine when you stop going to other people for the request of, please don't hurt me in the first place. Like, tell me what I can do and who I can be for you to not deem me as worthy of you hurting me. You become your own medicine when you realize that you owe yourself all the things that you readily give to everybody else, first and foremost. You become your own medicine when you decide that investing in yourself first is a priority above investing in anybody else. You become your own medicine when you realize that the worst person to go to for your own medicine is the person who had you in a position where they could be your healing force, or they could be the most destructive thing that happened to you, and they've chosen to destroy you. That's not your medicine. You are. And while we're on that topic, it's time for words from me to you. This is page 193 from my first book, Mind Platter, and it's called A Taste of Your Own Medicine. Don't give them a taste of their own medicine. They already know what it tastes like. Give them a taste of your own medicine. If they lied, let your medicine be honesty. If they played with your emotions, let your medicine be maturity. If they broke you, let your medicine heal. If they made you cry, let your medicine make them smile. These remedies of yours may take years to work, but they work and they last. So be patient, stay true to yourself, and remember this. It is better for people to value you for who you are, not for who you pretend to be. Who you are lasts a lifetime. Who you pretend to be changes like the change of seasons. Don't be afraid to be yourself, even if it means removing yourself from lives that you want to be in. You are, no doubt, worthy of being valued for who you are. So be who you are. I wanted to read this to remind you that in our moments of pain, when we are really hurting from the way that someone else hurt us, it's tempting to turn the medicine we have within into revenge. It's tempting to turn the medicine that we have within to a force that hurts other people. It's tempting to turn that medicine that we have within to teach other people a lesson, to make them suffer the way they made us suffer. And when you're tempted to do that, I want you to remember that the best thing that you can do with the medicine you have within when somebody chooses to hurt you is to keep that medicine as it is. Keep your honesty as it is, your loyalty as it is, your maturity as it is, your integrity as it is, and choose to give those things back to yourself, to celebrate them about yourself, to embrace them within yourself, to tell yourself, I'm no longer changing what I have within to suit somebody else's life, to suit their story. They might want you to turn into a cold-hearted person. You're not doing that. They might want you to turn into a vindictive person. You're not doing that. You're giving yourself what you need, and you know it's present from within. It's time for Words That Found Me. These words are by the author Brianna Wiest. I hope I said her name right. If I didn't, please someone correct me. And it says, self-care is not just about relaxing. It is choosing to build a life you don't need to escape from. Choosing to live a life that you don't need to escape from absolutely means choosing to live a life where you come to yourself for your own medicine before you go to anybody else. I know this episode helped you heal, and I know this episode has opened doors within you that you didn't think were possible to open. And I just hope that you take the time to really sit with everything that changed within you and to give yourself a chance to visit yourself for some of your own medicine. Please leave a ranking and a review wherever you listen to the podcast or watch it. Please share it with somebody that you think it will help. I hope this episode helped you find healing beyond words. And until next time, have a lovely day.